America. Today we're going over how to install new locks, specifically keypad locks by Orange IoT. Not a sponsor. The sponsor of this episode is my friend Josh, who recommended this brand of lock and loaned me his drill. So, thank you, Josh. I just keep staring at that corner, but the camera's over here, so I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously, we've made how many videos? 3 years? Lucky Lucy. I still don't have the camera on my phone works. So, obviously, step one is remove the old lock. This is the deadbolt. I will be replacing the normal locks later as well to match, but I don't have those right now, and I at least want to get rid of these deadbolts. So, yeah, throw that anywhere. Ooh, took some sawdust with it. Okay, so that's the old lock. Phillips in the back, Phillips on the side. Pretty straightforward and easy. Okay, so this is the keypad. Keypad goes on the outside. There. This is has the top, right? This isn't right. Skipped a couple steps. So this part is the actual bolt. It has an up on it. So you want to make sure it's centered. You can't see any of that. There you go. You want to make sure that's centered where the actual latch goes, and it's not. So it's off to the side. So what you have to do is you twist it. There's these little latches right here. Twist it up, extend it. This goes from 2 3/4 to 2 3/8. So now, if I put that there, that is aligned, yeah, right in the middle. I already did, well, no, I didn't measure this one, but I did measurements on other doors. This is the third one I've done this morning. It has instructions to make sure the lock fits with your door, which ideally you should do before you buy it, but after you get it, you can measure the diameter of the hole, the thickness of the door, the offset from the edge of the door, stuff like that. But really, if you have standard doors in America, you're probably going to be fine. I measured the first one, then stopped. So now, this looks better. Okay, so there's a wire in the back. It goes underneath the bolt. There's a little screwdriver-like tonsil. You're just going to stick it in the hole. No, I skipped steps again. Really, the second time I did this was better than this one. First one took me a long time because I was reading the instructions. Second time went smooth, and now that I try to video it, I make a ton of mistakes. So, just for you, America, you're welcome. I know the mistakes are why everyone's here. Just throw that anywhere. Okay. Ooh. Don't crack at me now, little stool. I made this stool on a whim just because I like the look of it. I made it out of maple and paracord, and it's awesome, and it's the perfect height now for installing locks and doors. I tried to tilt on it. Oh, I didn't. Nope, it's still solid. Okay. I made the legs adjustable so I can level it out a little bit better. Those garage floors are never what they should be. Okay. Hand tighten everything. There's also a replacement strike plate you're supposed to do at this step as well, but none of my doors have proper deadbolt strike plates. They have normal latch strike plates, so I'll show you right now. I don't want to touch the camera because it's precariously balanced, but the deadbolt strike plate is a little bit longer, so to install that I have to get my chisels out and actually chisel into the door frame, which I don't mind doing, and I will eventually. But it's not necessary right now for the lock to function, and it's a little bit more involved, and I have to find my chisels, and it's just a big mess. So, we're just skipping that step, but ideally, you would put in the new strike plate, but they have normal door handle locks on them, or normal door handle strike plates that have the extra curve, so as you close the door, it brushes against it. smoothly, but you don't need that for deadbolts. Anyway, okay, now that we've done the first couple steps, now we'll get to this, what I try to do from the beginning. Cord goes underneath, latch goes in there. Then you have this little metal back plate that says this side against the door and which side is up, which is great. The cable, you see any of this? Yeah. Goes through the little hole down there. And then that latch, the little turny bit goes there. Next you're going to grab the longest screws you have. The latch actually uses the smallest screws. And then the strike plate uses the medium screws, and the long screws that are like half bolt go in here. I had issues a lot of times getting these aligned just because you're not really pressing into anything because the piece I'm holding with my fingers keeps wanting to move because it's not secured yet. So I'm just gonna hand thread this until I know I get it level. Last couple times when I tried to use the drill, I just put everything in all cockeyed, catawampus. Okay, I think I got something. Let's see. Maybe not. There it goes. Now we're cooking. There we go. Good. Okay. So next, I'm just going to close it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Can't even see it. The production value on this show, but we're gonna make sure it's level. So I'm just using that's why I close it, so I can use the door frame, the edge of the door as a better guide. And now I have something to kind of push against. I'm just gonna hand tighten this. Okay. No, we didn't miss anything there. So, yeah, there we go. That'll do. Look at us. Innovating. Cool. So, we're going to take this cord, plug it into this interface here, just like that. Maybe. I got to move it a little closer to me. Okay. There we go. That is plugged in like that. Remove the battery pack. You're just going to line this up. I like to go underneath the little bolt. Make sure this is aligned up, right? And that should just slide in there. You want to make sure that's lined up because that's going to align with that shaft that goes all the way through. So, take the smallest, tiniest little screws. And now we're just mounting this to that mounting plate we installed. Do not do these very tight because we got to do 3 of them. So you don't want to cantilever it. If you tighten the first one too tight, it'll work like a teeter-totter and it'll lift the other one up. It's just a mess. So I'm just gonna do a little bit on all of them. Which it's standard. Putting screws in something practice. You do a little, then a lot. So there we go. I'm going to tighten this one all the way, and then I'm going to go back and tighten these up. There we go. Okay. And really, well, here. Oh, yeah. I should have done that earlier. It's supposed to take a screwdriver and test to make sure it moves and it's lined up the whole way, but I didn't. But I tested it now, and it works. So, really simple. You're going to put in 3 batteries here. They give you a reset tool, which is pretty sweet because most places just say like use a paper clip or use like a needle or a pen or something. They just expect you to find something. So this is a pro move. They give you a little reset thingamabobber. So hold down the reset button, put in the last battery, and this will set the orientation for the lock. This is ambidextrous. It can be on left-handed or right-handed doors, whichever side. So when you first do this, this is what calibrates it to learn. So it's going to try to turn left, and then it's going to try to turn right and figure out which way it's pointed. I did this fine the first 2 times. I don't know how old these batteries are. Okay. There we go. Okay, I just got a little impatient. So, that's that. It's set. Battery plate. And we're done. So, oh, sorry. That's the outside. There we go. This is what I'm talking about with the strike plates, right? This is what you should have for like a normal door handle, because it's always extended, and as it goes in, it catches on that and slides in the groove. You don't really need that for a deadbolt. So a deadbolt strike plate, just to pull the one out of the bag, looks like this. It's just a little bit longer, and it doesn't have that little slide on one side. Next up is to program it, which I'm not going to do on camera because I don't want the internet to see all my codes. But it's pretty straightforward. You can do guest codes, you can do auto locking, which is really nice. 30 or like 99 seconds is the max. It'll just automatically lock, so you don't have to worry about, do I lock the door, which I kind of like. It's pretty smart for a dumb lock, like it's not connected to the internet, because who wants their locks on the internet, right? But you can have a master code to program it, then you can set up a ton of different door codes. So if you need to give out a door code, you can delete it, keep door codes for yourself or stuff like that. If you have different people who might need access to your house for a little bit, but not forever. There are temporary one-time codes, which is pretty cool. As soon as you use it, it deletes. So if you have like a dog walker or a mechanic or something, apparently like that's the use case if you need someone to, a plumber needs to get in your house one time. I'm kind of worried about that just because, you know, what if they mess it up or have to come back a second time? So you can do a couple disposable codes, I guess, and just give those out on the auto erase, or just set up, you know, have your code, set up a code to give to your neighbor when they're watching your cat or something, and then remove it. So it's kind of pretty flexible like that. So far, so good. I'm really happy. I really don't like carrying around keys, so it's really fast and easy just to push in a code, and you don't have to worry if you go out for a run or a bike ride or something. You don't got to carry a lot of bulk with you. Orange IoT, recommended by my friend Josh. So thank you, Josh. Save Bandit!